Hi, thanks for tuning in to my very first episode of Cooking with the Big Spoon. My name is Steve, also known as Big Spoon. Today I will be baking gluten-free oatmeal chocolate chip cookies. They are amazing, and no one would ever know they were gluten-free. So stay tuned and hope you follow along. You'll enjoy this recipe more than I can tell you. So you're going to want to turn your oven to 350 degrees and wait for that to warm up. So the first thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to cream together your softened margarine and your brown sugar. Now, creaming together is just to make it look amazing. Actually, it will really look like cream. Use your spatula, take out your margarine, and then you've got your brown sugar. Now what you can do is, I use just another spoon because you pack it in there really tight, but you have to break it up a little bit before you put it in. It makes it a lot easier. Okay. Now, what you can do is, you just put that aside. Use the electric mixer on medium speed, and you just want to get it really well blended. Unfortunately, you have to use a blender, because if you don't, it just won't cream together the way that it should. And you can see it's starting to cream up really good. It's almost starting to look like a peanut butter. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to scrape the sides, make sure we get everything all together right there. Now if you notice the consistency, it actually does look like cream. Now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to mix in your eggs. Now you want to do your eggs one at a time. And the reason for that is because otherwise it gets way too fluffy too soon. But you can tell by the consistency, it is beautiful. Okay? Eggs are a great emulsifier. They actually pour everything together really well. It starts to look like a batter. You know you're doing it right. Now we'll put in the other egg. we'll give it one final stir. Now, what you want to do is you want to just stir in your vanilla. Okay, so you got your vanilla. Oh yeah, that's coming together beautifully. It's almost like a whipped topping. Look how thick it is. It is great. Okay, so you can actually just put that aside and move on to the next thing. Now, in a large bowl, what you want to do is you want to take your gluten-free flour, your xanthan gum, baking powder, and baking soda. You want to mix them all together. So what we'll do is we'll just take a whisk, and we'll just do that because the whisk will actually break it all up and mix it all together really well. Me personally, I find it's one of the better ways to do it. Some people try to use a fork, but when you use a fork, you put a lot of air pockets in there. It turns to blow up a lot. You get lots of powder flying all over the places. Okay, now what we're going to do is, we have our mix of butter and sugar, eggs, and vanilla. We have it in here again. And what we will do is we're going to mix in our dry ingredients, okay? So just scoot that in there, and then we're going to blend it all up. Every now and then, just go in and scrape the sides down a little bit with your spatula. Excellent. Now what you want to do is you want to add your rolled oats. Sprinkle those in there. Oh, spilled a couple. And your chocolate chips. Now, I find it's okay to just add them both together. It doesn't seem to be a problem. It's just a little more work for the blender. We'll do is use a spatula to just kind of stir it up a little bit. Now you notice that it's actually very thick, which is good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take parchment paper. I suggest parchment paper because it seems to work really good. So you want to take a piece of parchment paper and you're going to put it on the pan that you don't have to worry about much. Okay? Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to take our mixture, and what I like to do is I like to use a spoon and I like to use an ice cream scoop because you don't want them too big. So really, that's about as big as you want for your cookies. Believe me, they expand quite a bit. You want to lay them down with at least 1.5 inches to 2 inches in between. And honestly, you can tell they don't even look like they're sticking together. I mean, these ones are not entirely sticky, but that's okay. It'll work out fine. We'll put those in the oven. I put them on the middle shelf. Make sure your oven is preheated and put them in for 14 minutes. Okay, so now we have the swap out. What we're going to do is pop the first batch out, just destroy that one. Take the second batch, put that in the oven. Set the timer again for 14 minutes. And then what we're going to do is we're going to let these cool. Once they cool for a while, we're going to take them off the rack. We're going to put them right onto here and let them cool off all the way. Minutes. And what you can do is you can actually pick them right up and place them on here for the final cooling. I'll put this one back together, see what we could do with that. But yeah, you put them on here for about another 5 minutes. And then you have an opportunity to actually refill your pan.